welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we are reacting to Trinidad and Tobago versus Guatemala in the CONCACAF Nations League 2023-24 League A Group A. This time we'll be ready when the first whistle blows. Right now, Martinique has a chance to get out of this group. They have 6 points. If they hold on to this win, El Salvador will be relegated with Curacao down to League B. That's how much of a melange this Nations League has been for El Salvador, and they do not think they do have the ball, but they got to score a goal to save themselves, even have a chance to stay up on the final match day. Curaçao's out of it. They played their game. They lost to Panama, which doesn't surprise me. Martinique beating El Salvador, which is just crazy. El Salvador's in trouble. Could always be worse. At least Canada made the World Cup. Could always be worse. Starting 11s for this Trinidad and Guatemala game, though. In goal, Smith. The back four, Russell, Garcia, Aubrey David, and Angaron. The midfield four, Powder, Neville, Hackshaw, Alvin Jones, and Ryan Telfer. The front two, Andre Rampersad and Charles. And El Salvador have been relegated. Who would have thought? I thought they'd make the quarterfinals. Turns out, no. Football's a weird sport, my friends. It's a weird sport. Guatemala in goal, Hagen. The back four, Robles, Jose Pinto, Sama Oya, and Ardon. The midfield four, Nathaniel Mendez Lang, Castellanos, Jorge Aparicio, Oscar Santis, and the front two, Galindo and Rubio Rubin. We got Moro. How we doing? Ready for your Chapines to play? Chapines? We're going to go with it. But this time we're here when the first whistle blows. So, how we doing, Roy? It's over. El Salvador's out. They've been relegated by Martinique, and that jersey is pretty cool. Like with the green and red. Yeah, that's cool. I like it. I actually want that jersey. Shit. It's going to be impossible to find, but that Martinique jersey I want. That's cool. That's cool. It's only useful during Gold Cups, but, you know, it's cool. I'm doing the boss. Giovanni Dos Santos. He has nothing to do with this. Gio Dos Santos has nothing to do with this. Yep. So, Curacao and El Salvador are down. Guatemala and Martinique still have a chance to come out of this group, but they will be in League A next go-round. Panama and Trinidad and Tobago are the ones sitting in the catbird seat right now. Jamaica did qualify to the quarterfinals last night, turns out, which that doesn't make any sense, but there we go. Tim McGraw? That was Tim McGraw, yeah. I can't believe I forgot about that. Told you France will win. I undersold them. 2-0 Pittsburgh. 2-0 Pittsburgh. Tim McGraw. I know the song, but it's kind of like one of those songs. It's like, well, like it's one of those songs where you're like, yeah, I know it. It's like, who did it though? It's like, there's like 3 people. It's like, oh, it could have been Kenny Chesney, Tim McGraw, or yeah, but no. Hold on. Now I figured it out. It's Tim McGraw. Okay. I thought so. Tim McGraw. I need to see them. He's hurt. Aaron Herrera's hurt. He'll be back late October 2023. Ankle injury. Late October. So he'll be back for Montreal. He plays for Montreal. He may play, well, if they make the playoffs, he may play the wild card game. He's not playing this window, but he definitely could play the quarterfinals if you make it. And the playoff for Montreal. Late October. Let's see how CONCACAF helps Trinidad. And like always, it's sad to see. Oh, okay. All right. No. We're not going there. No. No, we're not going there. Trinidad and Tobago are like the Appalachian State of CONCACAF. They're a good team. They do what they got to do. Let's not act. Come on now. So, Panama will play Guatemala in their final game. So if Guatemala wins here, that really throws a wrench into everything. Trinidad plays Curacao. Man, the final day in this group. Yeah, there's no way I'm doing the Germany-Mexico game. There ain't no way. Ain't no way. There ain't no way. There ain't no way. So let's see here. 5, 6, 7. Honduras would have to beat Cuba, but Jamaica plays Haiti. There's no way they get jumped by Haiti, even if they were to lose to Haiti. So Cuba, but I guess the head-to-head maybe for Jamaica that put them through. Because they're through to the quarterfinals. I guess it's the head-to-head. If the goal difference was equal and the goals scored, I guess. That puts Jamaica through because Honduras could still pick up 7 points. Now, Jamaica should beat Haiti, but I don't know if they let me check the Wikipedia for Nations League because they're always right? I mean, if the JFF put it out. Guate 3-0, Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, I can see it. That's going to fight. They're going to fight. It ain't going to be that close. Trinidad 1, Guatemala 0. That's more possible. Let's see. Quarterfinals. Jamaica is not through the quarterfinals on Wikipedia. No, they are qualified. Okay, so they have a Q by their name. Oh, there it is. Q. They are qualified. I still don't get the math. 70 to 30% possession to Guate. Yeah, true. Yeah, Cuba's in second. Then Honduras is in third. If Honduras wins their game, they'll be second. 5, 6, 7. Because Cuba and Honduras are playing at home and home. But they drew Cuba last night. That was the problem. Honduras, Haiti is pretty much in trouble. Like, Haiti needs a draw and to beat Jamaica to be second. They won't get relegated. They won't get relegated because Suriname and Grenada are playing each other. Oh. No. Now, if Haiti doesn't get a result, no, they're actually in trouble, actually. I'm not good at math. I don't know how I was in advanced classes. When I was in high school. We're going to see a lot of goals. Both teams stink. I don't think so. Capitals are struggling. Yeah, they're getting older. That's what happens when age happens. The older you get, the more aged you are. They had to get these done in 2 months so they could play the quarterfinals. So it was sort of a necessary evil, I guess. Or you could have done what you did during the World Cup windows and played 3 matches in a window at least one of the months. But they didn't. I don't know. Maybe they could have played 1 each instead of playing 4 games and somebody playing a home and home and going by the Swiss system. They could have had a window with 3 matches and 1 with 2. They had enough time to do it. Just like they did for the World Cup. So, teams have walked out. Trinidad in red, Guatemala in white. No, I don't think so. He's not on this roster, isn't he? PSV Trinidadian player. Nobody talks about that on Football Americas. Dante Gilbert from Trinidad and Tobago on September 3rd. Defender. Put 100 a day on Belgium, Portugal, and France, who made 600. He wasn't picked. His name is Dante Gilbert. Yeah, he's not on the C team. I could guarantee you that. But he was signed from San Juan Yablate. Guatemala's in no danger of relegation. No. Both teams in Group A are relegated. That's that. How we doing, Mile High? You like Super Smash Bros? I mean, yeah. Yeah, I like Super Smash Bros. I like Super Mario Baseball. I like all those types of games. Trinidad y Tobago contra Guatemala en la Liga de Nations de la CONCACAF. Liga A Grupo A Jornada 3. Guatemala will not be relegated, but they got to win to have a chance to get out of the group. They have to. They have to. Because they have to. Because that would make them at 7 points. That would put them in the top 2 going into the final match day. Martinique and Trinidad would be 3 and 4th. But Guatemala has to play Panama. So one of them are grouping each other. And Trinidad is playing Curacao. So Trinidad's probably going to win that game with the way they've been playing. Or at least drawing. So whoever loses that Panama-Guatemala game is getting eliminated. And hell, if they draw, it's going to get crazy. It's going to get crazy. Trinidad would make, I think, 7, 8, 9, 8, 9, 10. There's no way that Martinique, well, yeah, they don't have the goal differential. They probably would be through, just like Jamaica would be if they won. They'd be in the catbird seat going into the final day. I'm not going to do the math. Trinidad need to win so I could flex on my friend from El Salvador. Well, you already beat them, and now they're relegated. I think you could flex on them anyway. But, yeah, I would agree with that. When I heard there was no Depay, I was like, oh, wait, yeah, maybe France. See, you didn't catch that at the end of the stream this morning. I was like, somebody told me that Depay was hurt and De Jong, I think. I was like, yeah, no, France is going to win. Then I changed my pick. So technically at that point, anthems have been played. Hands are being shaken. We're getting close to kickoff. Man, Montserrat got thumped. Montserrat got thumped. Oh, they had a red card. Okay, that makes sense. Hope Cuba comes before Jamaica so that we can play Costa Rica. Yeah. You sure you don't want Canada? You sure you don't want them? They just got slapped by Japan. Trinidad and Tobago. Denzel Smith, Aubrey David, Ross Russell, Ryan Telford, Noah Powder, Michelle Punangeron, Neville Hackshaw, Alvin Jones, Justin Garcia, Andre Rompersad, Tyrone Charles. Well, that won't be around for like 2 years in most games. You sure you don't want Canada? That might be easier. I mean, Costa Rica's not doing well right now either, but Canada might be easier. Ivan Bartone's the referee tonight. Ooh. Oh, Guatemala's going to have to fight for this one. Don't Salvadorans and Guatemalans hate each other? In goal, Hagen. Back 4, Jose Ardon, Samaoya, Jose Pinto, Rubio, Rubin, Nathaniel Mendez-Lang, Alejandro Galindo, Justin Garcia, Steven Roble. No, that ain't right. Castellanos, Aparicio, and Santis. Well, you could probably do it again. We ain't that far off. Probably do it again. Moro Biello doesn't. I'm not happy. That was not worth staying up for this morning. Not at all. That game was not worth staying up for. Kendrick Pye's youngest score in CONMEBOL history qualifying. 16 years old. Man, seeing those ages of like the footballers. Oh, really? Is Adam Pierce one of them? I need to look this one up on a squared circle then. And we're off. Ivan Bartone blows the whistle. A Trinidad win, basically. A Trinidad win at home basically clinches qualification. And Guatemala has to win to stay in the contention of going to the quarterfinal. Adam Pierce is the general manager of Raw. Thought so. No. On Golasso, Paramount Plus, Pluto TV, CBS Sports Golasso. Oh, USL Decision Days tomorrow. Huh. 60 seconds, 1 minute. We're in 1 minute. France, Belgium, Portugal qualified today. Thoughts? You could do that in Spanish. They actually have a Spanish one if you're in the areas. I mean, Portugal, they've played well in qualifiers. 21 points, 3-2. I'm surprised it was that close, but they're in. Did Cristiano score? Let's see. Because they have the ticker. Lobotka. Or not. Belgium, France, and Portugal. I mean, they all should be in the freaking Euros. I mean, I'd be shocked if they weren't. So, France, rightfully so. Belgium, I mean, they'll still trounce qualifiers. Portugal, they're doing pretty good. They're actually playing better than I thought. Roberto Martinez. It'd be hilarious if Roberto Martinez won a trophy with Portugal and not Belgium. It would be hilarious. But then again, if Fernando Santos could win a trophy with Portugal and they were honestly worst at the time, and he's even worse of a manager, you know. Football's a weird sport. Dominican Republic and Barbados. Dominican Republic dominating 3-0 second half. Good. Paramount on CONCACAF Go. The CONCACAF YouTube channel in Spanish. If you're in the area, it still is in Spanish. All you have to do is mute it, then listen to me. But still shows the game. And CBS Sports Golasso if you put on a VPN. And Pluto TV. Should be able to find it. Or if not, you could just go to Stream East. But no, they had this game. They just didn't have Canada, Japan. Cuba was playing the game of their lives. That's what happened. Cuba was defending with their lives. Rocco Rosarena was a brick wall net because Rosarena's always play well in October. Ryko is Randy's brother. That's the joke. It's a reference to 2020. And Ryko was Randy's brother. That's the joke. Rosarena's always play well in October. Cuba played the game of their lives, though. Hopefully. Heinz Marshall scored 4-0 Dominican Republic. Good for them. 4 minutes in. Yeah, should have. Shot safe. But at least we're here for minute 1 of this. So. Will Mexico beat Panama in the quarters? I think so. Let me see their results this window, and then we'll talk. But I think they should. They beat them in the Gold Cup final. I don't think so. I think he played at the Euros. He played at the Euros. That's got to be a cap tie. and I think he's over 21 now, 23. I don't think so. Like with the Greenwood situation when it comes to Jamaica, and I'm just talking football here, he didn't play enough and he only played in qualifiers. He never played in a final tournament. And he was under the age of 23 when he played. And he didn't play enough friendlies to get cap tied. That's why Jamaica could bring him to Jamaica if they so choose. I'm not saying they should. I'm just saying they could. The Sancho situation is different. My point is the Sancho situation is different. He's played at the Euros. He played in the final tournament. He was over 24 or 23. He certainly is now, but he's played enough for Mexico. He played at the World Cup, I think. No, I don't. But just because he got dropped at Man United, he got cap tied. Like, I think Sancho is truly cap tied. I'm honestly surprised Greenwood wasn't, but by the rules, I could see why he wasn't. And Jamaica could get him if they wanted. He plays well at Getafe. They want to make the World Cup. I mean, six minutes in. Will Mexico for sure beat Panama? Mexico beats Ghana and somehow beats Germany? Yes. How do you beat Ghana and beat Germany but then lose to Panama over a two-legged tie? If they beat one of them, I think, and they give a fight to Germany, if they beat Ghana and give a fight to Germany, I think they're going to win. Funny how Canada won possession but still lost 4-1. Yeah, I'm starting to realize when it comes to possession, the more you have the ball, if you're losing, you could either have the ball in a dominating win, but when you're winning, some of the better teams, or when a team's winning by a lot, some of the better teams are just going to give you the ball because, I guess, sportsmanship. I don't know. Like, I mean, hell, it happens in competitive matches. I don't get it. Because you're chasing the game, you're going to get the ball easier, and then they might just give you the ball anyway. So, there's a right back that Trinidad's interested in. His name is Dan Emre from Crystal Palace. Yeah, I think I've heard that name before. 8 minutes in, 0-0, 0-0. But yeah, I think Jadon Sancho is straight up cap tied. I don't think. Alessandro Dosset, family friend of Messi, says Lionel Messi was told today he's the winner of Ballon d'Or 2023. Just saw that on Soccer Reddit. Eight minutes in. Japan are way too good. There's no one that could beat them, not even USA and Mexico. USA and Mexico would have had it closer, though. Seriously, they would have had it closer. They would have had it closer. They leaked it early. Hey, you know what? I'm just glad they made the right decision. For what Messi did with Argentina, he deserves it. Haaland will win it next year. I mean, let's be honest. He'll win it next year. Messi deserved his last one. Ten minutes. But there we go. 10 minutes in, 0-0. Settle is settle. If France won the World Cup, they would have announced the Super Ballon d'Or because the Ballon d'Or is owned by the French. Sometimes. Sometimes. But it's like drinking for me. If I do it too much, like I know I don't want to play with addiction. You know, I don't want to play with drinking or too much or betting too much. I know way too well. Holland scored 2 goals in international break, and Norway still did nothing. If I drink too much, I'm going to become an alcoholic. If I bet too much, I'm going to get a betting addiction. So, all in moderation. Might be a little bit too rare for me, but it is what it is. Did Tajon play for Japan? No, he got hurt. He was injured. He's been injured. That's why he wasn't in the squad. What do you think about St. Lucia's performances recently? I thought they've been playing well. I think they've been playing well. They're top of Group C. Or a group in League C. No. A top of Group B, or Group 1 and League B. But they've been playing well. They're better in Guadeloupe. Like the Guadeloupe and St. Kitts we saw during the Gold Cup have not shown up in this tournament. Guatemala score. See, 12 minutes in, playing forward. Rubio Rubin. I'm a little bit behind on Pluto. Damn it. Cross. Far header to the far side of the box. Shot, goal. What a shot. Wow. Golazo. Golazo. Guatemala. Wow. What a shot. 12th minute goal. 1-0. Crossed in to the far side. Mendez Lang. Oh, we got a touch off Rubio Rubin, you freaking poacher. Nah, it was a touch off. The shot was good, but it was going in anyway. But Rubio Rubin took a touch to make sure it went in. So it's a Rubio Rubin goal with a really big assist by Mendez Lang. It's Rubio! 12th minute. Settle 1-0-1. Mendez Lang dancing with the ball before the strike. Hey, I'm mad. Like if it was me and I shot that ball, I'd be like at halftime, I'd be like, you jackass. That was going in anyway. Why'd you have to tap it in? And it was onside. Besides, there's no VAR in this tournament anyway, so cry. 1-0. Skill issue. 14th minute. Skill issue. Rubio Rubin from Beaverton, Oregon. That's the craziest thing. That's clean. We will bounce back. I'm sure. Yeah. Oh, Cristiano did score. Twice. Cristiano Ronaldo scored twice. Let's go. Plays in, saved. Lobotka. So Cristiano did score twice. But I mean, I would be pissed. Damn, if I was in California, I would. Shit. Sounds like an awesome party. Happy early birthday. Shit. That sounds awesome. Taquero. Martinique beating Salvador. I'm honestly shocked. Wait, Yorgos Yakimakis scored for Greece against Ireland. Damn. Well, that's something. Good for him. Thoughts Martinique beating Salvador. I mean, it's crazy. El Salvador's had such a horrible Nations League, and now they're down. Like, I did not expect this at all. Like, I did not expect this to be the situation. Martinique, they've been playing well. Like, that's like the one Gold Cup team that has actually played pretty well in Nations League. Like, St. Kitts are, like, low-key. I should say, like, the lower-level teams who kind of shocked everybody. The St. Kitts and Nevis, they're not playing that well. You got freaking Guadeloupe, who played amazingly in the Gold Cup, who ain't playing well here. But Martinique, they're playing pretty well. Right now, Guatemala is second in the table. Man, that final match day is going to be nuts when it comes to Group A. Yeah, sorry, I don't think I'll be able to do Germany versus Mexico. But even then, we need like a goal differential swing. Oh, wait, they're playing Panama. So, had Trinidad won, the second place, the winner of Panama, Guatemala would have gotten second place. Well, there you go. Still would have had to do that game, I guess. Can Canada take on Venezuela? Well, we'll find out during Copa America. Or at least we'd hope so. We'd hope we find out. I mean, of course, the draw might not give us that game, and then Canada may not even make it. So you want to find out, but can Canada take on Venezuela? I mean, I think they could. I think it'll be even. I don't think Canada's that bad with their best players. I mean, they should beat Venezuela, especially in a U.S. Copa America. But in Venezuela, I don't know. Ollie Watkins scored against Australia. Well, there you go. Sorry about the Canada loss. Canada should have scored the penalty, and maybe the game could have went different. Now, Japan is still Japan. Let's not kid ourselves, my friend. Let's not kid ourselves that Canada would have no. Trinidad man down. Yep. 19 minutes in. But they have time to make subs. They have subs they can make if it has to come to that. They got the stretcher out, so. Am I crazy to think that Trinidad's numbers look similar to the Premier League numbers, like the old ones? Like on their shirt? Like it looks like they have just blank Premier League numbers from like the last version of the numbering system. It kind of looks like that. I said that when they were wearing their white kits, but like they just have blank versions of the Premier League numbers or the old Premier League numbers. So, yep, they were going to make a sub. That is Charles for Rion Moore. Charles for Rion Moore is a sub. They have to make an early sub, Trinidad. El Salvador really lost again. Yep. Hate to see it. They're relegated now. They're relegated. 20th minute. Out of group or League A. They're going to live stream the next AFCON. Probably not. But I do need to start my season some way. To if Mississippi State plays a bowl game before the Club World Cup ends. I would hope not. I would rather not go to a bowl game than have them play on the 16th. Or just on freaking Boxing Day. But, you know, it is what it is. But maybe. I mean, who knows? More likely the Asian Cup, if I'm being honest, because, I mean, that's in January as well. And Japan plays. It's more likely I do the Asian Cup, but maybe I'll throw in some AFCON games. Maybe I'll do some Morocco games because the Moroccans love me. Maybe they'll be glad. I don't know. Because if you remember the World Cup, the Moroccan fans love me. Now the Al Ahly fans freaking got pissed. Them Egyptian Al Ahly fans got pissed. Because I thought Seattle deserved to win that game. Let's see if they come back around during the Club World Cup. But it's like Croatia. I probably should do more Croatia games. I probably should do more Croatia games because the Croatians, like if you really watched, like if you remember the World Cup, like it was the Croatians and Moroccans, funnily enough. Probably because they were in Canada's group and they went deep, but they really bought in. Like if there was countries that really popped off and bought in, it was Croatia and it was Morocco. And I have all the respect for that. But 22nd minute. So are you going to allow Japan to win the World Cup? I hope so. Might as well. Seattle were not in good shape, yet Al Ahly struggled. Exactly. "23rd minute. Like, playing forward, cleared. Guate's going through some political problems. Hopefully a win gives the people some joy. Well, they're on a good road to it. Rubio Rubin with a tap in from the Mendez Lang shot. If I was Mendez Lang, I'd be a little bit pissed though, because that was going in. It's not like it needed to be redirected. Rubio Rubin's like, oh, that ball, I'm gonna tap it in. Like, what if he was offside? Then I would have really been pissed. Yeah, he stole Mendez Lang's goal, but at least it wasn't offside. Just imagine if it was offside. I'd be like, dude, that was going on target. That was going in. Why'd you have to tap it in? You live streaming USA or Mexico game tomorrow? I'm live streaming both. I'm reviewing the USA game, but when it comes to 8 o'clock, I'll be watching the Mexico game as well. I'll be live for the Mexico-Ghana game, so at least I'm doing one Mexico game. So I'll make that up later tonight. I'll get that stream made up later tonight. I didn't realize it was 8 o'clock. I was like, why not? But here we go. So I'll get it going. Don't worry. France first to qualify for Euro 2024. How you first when you had 2 other countries qualify today? Belgium qualifies. How much do Italy need to clinch? Now I got it over there. Fun fact about USA, they've only been in peace for 17 years, so that means that for 228 out of 245 years since their independence, they've been at warfare. Regular can. Regular can. Yeah, because the USA loves to go to war. And most of those wars have been stupid, unfounded wars for no reason. Or basically just trying to depose a leader that they don't like. But I don't know if we're talking about coups here. Now, if you want to talk about coups, we've probably been unpeaceful for even less than 17 years. Like, so you know what? You really want to go there. Everything past World War II was unfounded. No. Those were founded. I said everything past World War II was unfounded. Korean War should have never happened. Vietnam should have never happened. Desert Storm should have never happened. Basically, anything they've done since World War II has been just trying to be the world police, which that's not what your job should be. Like, yeah, if you get attacked on your own soil, yeah, you should go to war. I don't disagree. Exactly. That's something the U.S. would do. What does that have to do with us? What does that have to do with us? I ask you, what does that have to do with us? Besides the Red Scare, of course. What does that have to do with us? Were we attacked? No. We weren't attacked. It was just the Red Scare. Well, yeah, I mean, if we're armed to the teeth at home, yeah. But that's not what they want. See, we should be armed to the teeth at home to protect ourselves and put us in a position where we never have to go to war. But that's not what they want. Besides, we have our own oil. Why do we got to go to freaking other countries for oil? We have our own oil. Imagine if Levi was in this team. Damn, I think Trinidad would be better. Cross it. If this was Trinidad's A team, I don't think Guatemala would be up 1-0 right now. But, you know, sometimes. Draw to USA 2, Germany 2, Mexico 2, Ghana 3. Just build nuclear. You're saying about nuclear energy? Like we should make our energy sources nuclear? Or are you saying that like we basically should just have nukes pointed at anybody we have problems with? I don't know if that's a smart idea. Then again, Mexico 3-0, nuclear energy. There we go. Okay. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with nuclear energy. I was just like, are you saying we should have nukes pointed at everybody we have problems with? And like just dare them? Hold us over, we get fusion later. Yeah. Why isn't Trinidad using their A team? I would think they would want to do everything possible to make it to Copa America. Well, they did beat El Salvador with the same team, so I'm not sure. Like, they're in a really good position, but I don't know. Maybe beating El Salvador with a C team is not the best, you know. Puts you in a position where you really are overrating your player. Yeah. I don't. It doesn't really, you know, and I'll be honest, it doesn't really make any sense. If your European and MLS players were here, we would have done better. Shot, save by Smith. I really don't know why they would use their C team. I mean, that doesn't really make any sense. I didn't know Victor Osimhen played for Nigeria. I knew that. How do you not know? Puerto Rico or Guyana? Guyana. Puerto Rico. I don't know how you didn't know. How do you not know? But then again, I'm the one who watches Napoli a lot, so. Speaking of Napoli, there's a restaurant where I went a couple of days. Where I went on Wednesday, St. Peter's. That was called Napoli 3, and I'm like, I really want to go there because it was an Italian restaurant. Maybe if I go back, but hopefully by then I have a Napoli jersey, like a Kavica Kvaratskhelia jersey or Osimhen, and I'll wear it there. Plays it forward, Guatemala. Just to be funny. Like a Napoli jersey at Napoli, the restaurant. Cross in. Shot! Goal! What a shot! Blocked off the defender, falls back into the path, and it's put back in. What a goal from Oscar Santis. Oscar Santis just wapples it in there. That's a new word. Wapples it in there. Oscar Santis. 2-0. Boom! What a shot. Bar it in. Oscar Santis. 0-2. 0-2. Guatemala could upset Argentina. Well, then again, if Saudi Arabia can do it. 32nd minute. You know what? I'll give you that one. Well, I mean, Saudi Arabia did it. Oscar Santis from Antigua GFC. You mean Comunicaciones? I put 4K on Guatemala to win versus Argentina. And if they pull a Saudi Arabia, you're going to be a rich man. We'll definitely upset Argentina. Upset them on how boring it'll be to have Messi drop 20 on us. Oh. Yeah, you could call it that way, couldn't you? Prediction for Logan Paul versus Dylan Danis. Logan Paul knocks him out in 7 rounds. You don't talk shit about a man's fiance and then go to fight him. Like, if you're fighting a man, like you're boxing a man or you're in a UFC fight with a man, you don't talk shit about his family. I don't care if it's true or not. You don't talk shit about his family. You leave it to the fighter. Here's a shot. And that'll be cleared defensively. What about the nightmare? Penalty? Free kick. It's barely a free kick. Like, you don't, like, I guess Jake Paul, you could talk shit about because he's a fighter, but you don't talk about a man's fiance. You don't talk about his kids. There is a penalty. It is a penalty for Trinidad here. Did Miami really get invited to the Libertadores? I think so. Trinidad could take the lead back to 1 with this penalty. What a crazy game. Penalty kick for Trinidad. Dominican about to finish up a big win over Barbados. Well deserved. Ricky Alba scored for Dominican Republic 5-0. Woo, boy. I hope the Dominican do well at the Olympics. Yellow card. Yellow card for Robles. Here's the penalty. Powder gets a yellow. For what reason, I don't know. Here's the penalty. Short run up. Shot. Goal. Bar down. 1-2. What a bar down goal. Number 16, Jones with a penalty. Trinidad gets one back. Alvin Jones gets one back. Beautiful penalty. Bar down. There you go. Alvin Jones, bar down. And that is 36-minute penalty. 1-2. Uno a dos. Frenderup in goal. Kesson Julian, left back. Sheldon, Ron Ennis, center back. Dan Imre, right back. Daniel Phillips, defensive mid. Judah Garcia and Dante Gilbert, attacking mid. Levi, left wing. Darius Lewis, right wing. Antoine Hackford, center forward, 18. That's pretty good. Boley got a non-COVID-related illness. Damn. But at least you still have Mora, so hopefully rests up and is ready for the playoffs. Because you know what? I think you're going to make it. Or you could just activate playoff Espria a game early. Either way. You should be okay for decision day. Should be. But there's always a possibility. There's always a possibility. Header. Shot. Oh, over the bar. Alvin Jones from Santa Maruga. He's been playing RSL since 2019. Now he's at Forward Madison in the USL League One. Neymar peeved at getting hit by a popcorn bag after Brazil draw. Really, a popcorn bag? It had to be unpopped. If it was popped, are you really going to be that much of a... If it's unpopped popcorn, I could see that smarting a bit. I'm not going to lie. If it's popped popcorn, really? Like, I don't want nothing thrown at me, but I'd probably rather have a bag of popcorn thrown at me than a bag of piss or a beer bottle. But that's just my opinion. I think popcorn can be easy to take. I'm surprised Neymar didn't die. Because you know how that's a joke about him diving, so, you know. Whatever the word is. Overblown. Like overblown dives. I'm surprised he didn't keel over getting hit with a popcorn bag. Surprised he didn't keel over. But money, though. Yeah, but football's about money, my friend. It's not about the health of the players anymore. You know? I said this when I was out. I was like, I don't go out much because there's too much football. Like, there's just too many games. If there wasn't so many games that I have to do, I'd be able to do more of this. But it was just really good timing for that to pop up. That little staycation thing. But I'm like, you know. I'm like, I don't go out much because there's too many games. It's not bad for me. It's really good for the channel. It's not bad for me because I love the sport. But it's bad for the players. I think they would take Champions Cup. They'd rather go to the Club World Cup because you don't know if Libertadores would let them win and then go. And who knows? I think it's easier to win Champions Cup. If they had to pick, I'd pick Champions Cup. But there's just way too many games. They do not care about the players. They do not care about the footballers. They do not. FIFA doesn't care. CONCACAF doesn't care. MLS doesn't care. They don't care. They're going to play all these games. And that's just what we're at. They're going to play all these games. And it sucks because they don't care about these players. These players are playing way too many games. Way too many. Like they play like 60 games a year, club and country. Especially if you go all the way to in every tournament, you go deep in the tournament. Too bad he's going morning when Ryan has to stream for us. Yeah. That's true. It's true. But again, like these players have to play like if you're LAFC, if you're Denny Bouanga, I'd venture he's probably played 60 games. Or by the end of the season, he's going to play 60 games. I'd venture it because he didn't play in Open Cup, so that's good for him. But they played 8 games in Champions League. They played a good couple they played 3 games in Leagues Cup. Actually, that's probably a bad. How many games did he miss in the league? And I don't know how many games Gabon had, but 41st minute. I mean, we fans want entertainment. CONMEBOL MLS Liga MX tournament would be huge. Well, technically, there's Copa Interamericana for that. No, lemonade is as bad as soda. Well, probably not, no. Like, lemonade's a lot more holistic. That's your question. Like, it depends if you make it or get it as a Minute Maid lemonade, but even if it's like Minute Maid or something, or simply lemonade, I guarantee you it's probably still more holistic for your gut and your systems. I mean, it probably is. I mean, 5-0 Dominican Republic beat Barbados. Not that I'm going to take that as advice, but say but playing 40 is Trinidad. They're alive. They have a chance here. Here's a shot blocked away. Yeah, but it actually at least has sugar, not high fructose. But okay. I mean, true. I didn't say it was perfect for you. I just said it was better, probably. Like, better than the other. 43rd minute. '44th minute. 1-2, 1-2. Trinidad ain't dead yet. That's the good news. For them. Save by Hagen. And he's down. But he puts himself on the line to make the save. Hagen. Oh, we got kicked in the chin at the very least. I would. Sometimes, being a goalkeeper, you got to be crazy. Telfer got a yellow card? Yeah, no. No. I understand a foul, but he didn't mean to kick him in the face. It was the momentum of the play. He was going for the ball. He runs into his head. Yellow card, I think that's harsh. Like, I get it, but I think it's harsh. Because, see, if the momentum's taking you into the player, goalkeepers are putting themselves in this position all the time. Ivan Barton is the ref from El Salvador. Ivan Barton. Like, for me, if you're going momentum-wise, you get hit in the face while you're getting the ball, you're sliding to get the ball, and a forward's coming in to try to get that ball, and you get kicked in the face, I don't think that's a yellow card. I don't. Like, that's part of the game. That's part of your job. That's part of what the hazards of your job are. Being in a position where you'll probably get kicked in the face. If you choose to be a goalkeeper, you sign up for it. 4 minutes of stoppage time. I do not. If you got a concussion, yeah, I mean, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. I do. It's not that I don't, but you should have expected that it could happen. Like, you're probably going to be in a position where you're going to get kicked in the face. So you got your nose broken. Okay. Yeah, I feel sorry for you, but you signed up for this. You did this to yourself. And then you chose to come out to get the ball, and then you're in a position where the player can run into you. You signed up for this. Like, I'm not trying to say that in a way that makes me seem like an asshole, but it's true. I'd be like, well, you're the one who chose to come out off your line. You're the one who did. You're playing goalkeeper. You chose to come off your line to get the ball, and you got the ball, luckily. Good for you. You got the ball. You still got kicked in the face. I mean, you kind of signed up for it. Like, yeah, it probably sucks. Probably sucks. It probably don't feel too good, but aren't goalkeepers supposed to be crazy? Like the craziest people on the pitch? The ref is cheating us. Now, that's another yellow card. One for Garcia. Garcia gets a yellow. Okay, this is some bullshit now. I thought he'd be screwing Guatemala, to be completely honest. I thought Barton would be screwing Guatemala. I thought El Salvadorans hate Guatemalans. I thought Salvadorans hated Guatemalans. Turns out he's screwing over Trinidad. I don't know what the hell happened there. And I really, honestly, I want to know. Header. Could this be 3 headed down? Rubio Rubin just like halfway puts up his leg to try to get the freaking ball. Okay, man. Sure. That was lackadaisical. I'd be pissed. Save. I'd be pissed. Put in a challenge. Put in a challenge. Just go and get the ball. Like, if the ball's in your area, get it. Run for it. That's one of the things that piss me off the most about football is, like, when players are in the position of the ball and it's, like, in their general vicinity and, like, you're trying to keep possession, they don't run for the ball and they just let the other team get it. Yeah, that really pisses me off. Injured. Bruja. Eustachio was injured too. Picked up a knock in his last game with Oporto. Corner here for Trinidad, late in the half. Oh, no. Plays in, cross, header. Corner. Corner here for Telfer. Cross in, header. That'll fall. Oh, no. 50th minute. Header, saved by Hagen. And maybe that'll add another minute. I'm not sure. But it is halftime. 2-1. Halftime. Medio tiempo. Trying to figure this in. Hold on. There it is. Okay. One to 2 at the half. 1-2. Guatemala has the lead, but game ain't over yet. That's another 45 minutes to go with kick-out situation to the CFL. With that being said, it's 1-2. 1-2. Guatemala has the lead. BC Lions split the uprights and win 33-30 over the Hamilton Tiger Cats. There it is. Didn't the Tiger Cats make the playoffs by now? I think they did. With that being said, take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going. We'll move on. Another 45 minutes. There you go. Sit tight. Be back. Back for the stats at the half. 2 great goals for Guatemala. Very entertaining game so far. I agree. But stats at the half. 53% possession to 40. 7% possession. 4 shots to 7. 2 shots on goal to 4. 168 accurate passes. 82% to 146. 80%. 3 fouls. 5. 4 corners to 5. 4 shots. 7. 2 shots on goal to 4. 205 passes to 183, 82% pass accuracy to 80. That would be 0 offside to 1, 12 throws to 5, 3 yellows to 0, 0 red cards to 0, 1 to 2, 1 a 2, medio tiempo. Yeah. For me, I think Guatemala's been the better team. I think they've been the better team over this game. I think they've been the better team throughout the match. Oh, yeah, it is the game, match, whatever. But they've scored 2 goals. They dominated. They gave up a bad penalty, but other than that, I mean, Trinidad has woke up after that in the end. They brought back Vega and cut it on. That sucks. But, again, I like what I'm seeing. Yeah, Pluto TV has always been free. I like what I'm seeing from Guatemala. They've been very tough. They've played the ball forward. They've defended well. Hagen's made some saves. But Trinidad's not out of this. You got to say, Trinidad is not out of this game. They are in this game. They have a chance to win this, draw this or win this, and put themselves in a good position. But they got to score 2 goals, or at least 1 to draw. But I think they can. No, I won't say I think it's possible. I wouldn't say I think they can, but it's possible. It's not out of the realm of possibility for them. Let's put it like that. So they have extra time on the wild card games, but the freaking best of 3 goes straight to penalties in the playoff. Oh, that makes no sense. And then we have extra time. So the only time we don't have extra time is the round of the best of 3. And then penalties. And then same with MLS Cup. Ain't that some? How we doing? How we doing, Roy? Yep. But Curacao lost to Panama. Panama won there. And Martinique beat El Salvador. Last game in the final, the 3rd match day of the group. Then we have a 4th match day on the 15th and 17th. I don't know why they're off on the 16th. That makes no sense. But I guess we are. That makes no sense to me. It really doesn't. Premier League beats the World Cup. What fool? Nah. That's just stupid. That's just stupid. The World Cup is the World Cup. Let's not say the Premier League is better. Like, I like club football. I'm more of a club guy. I'm not going to lie. But really, the Premier League's better than the World Cup. That's interesting. Second half's about to start. Jesus, that was a quick halftime. No. Red Bulls, they suck. Nah, they're not. I think their streak's going to end like Seattle's did last year. Buffs or Stanford, who you got winning? Colorado. Yeah, it is a pretty good crowd, but it is in Trinidad, so at least unlike the freaking Cuba game yesterday, it's actually in the home country of the home team. 45th minute. Saw there's a rumor. Yeah. Well, I told you. I said that. They told Messi's family. They told Messi, one of Messi's family friends said they told Messi he's winning the Ballon d'Or. Which I didn't know they did that, but like before the award show, which that's sort of weird. Like, I know the award show is to tell people who won the award, but it makes no sense to me. It's like, yeah, you won Best Picture. Like, yeah, Leo, you won Best Picture. Can't wait to give you the award at the Oscars. Or whatever. Like, that's just... Nah. Cross in. Shot blocked away. Trinidad defending a lot here early in this half. Iceland 1-1 against Luxembourg. Man, how the mighty fall. Then again. Shot. Headed away. Lamau. Playing forward is Trinidad here. '48th minute. 2-1. Guatemala playing forward. So the ALCS starts in 2 days. Then the NLCS starts on the 16th. And the Braves are not in it. Offside. Man, I hate it. I hope Texas beats Houston. Offside. Yep, that was offside. Yeah, no goal. That was offside. Yeah. Yeah, that was not even close. It was not even close. That wasn't even close. Well, I get it because there's 2 possibilities for each team. So Houston. I get it. Yep. I get it. '49th minute. Toronto FC fan, do you think you guys should go for Giovanni Savarese as your next manager for Toronto FC? Well, we already got John Herdman, so do I think I'd rather want Gio Savarese? Yes. Now should Canada go for Giovanni Savarese? Yes, they should. I'm a big fan of Gio. I think he's an amazing manager. I have a soft spot for Portland anyway, but I think Gio's an amazing manager. I think he's wonderful. Good dude. Great manager. I think he'd actually be great for Canada. I think he's actually good at setting up for knockout tournaments, which is exactly what happened at MLS's back and in the 2021 MLS playoffs. If you put him in a knockout tournament like Canada they could be an underdog. And I think the team would play well under him. I think they would fit his system. I think Canada, he should replace Herdman at Canada, Gio Savarese. Now, is he going to probably go to New England or something like that? Yeah, probably. Should Canada make a freaking call before that happens? Yes, they should. But if not, Thomas Christensen, I guess. I don't know. Who wins MLS Cup? It's still a way open tournament. I'm going to say, I would say Portland. I think Cincinnati is going to fraud it up in the playoffs. I think Cincinnati is going to fall victim to the Supporter Shield curse. I think St. Louis, you saw what happened against America. They've played some of the bigger teams, and they've gotten better results, but their results are still been questionable against the big teams. Like LAFC, Seattle, America, they've had some bad results against the good teams. So unless the playoffs are their best football of all season, which they've played good football, St. Louis probably won't make it all the way. I would love if they did. They'll probably make it deep, but they won't make it all the way. Like, to make MLS Cup in your expansion season would just be, well, no, Chicago did it, but wouldn't that be funny? The first time that a team goes to MLS Cup in their expansion season since Chicago is St. Louis. Yeah, that would be funny. It's just like it's destined to happen. I don't know. And win it. It's like it's destined to happen. You know what? Now that I think about it, you might be right. I might be right. Gio played for New England and Red Bulls, but it's funny how both his former teams have open manager spots. You would think that Red Bulls are going to open it up. I don't know. I think Troy's done a good job. I don't think Red Bulls being bad is Troy's fault. I don't think so. To be honest, I don't. I really don't think Troy Lesesne is the problem at New York Red Bulls. I think he's a good manager. I think he's not the reason why they suck. He's probably keeping them more afloat than not. You know, I have respect for Troy Lesesne. I think he should get a job somewhere in MLS else if he doesn't have the New York Red Bull job full-time. Shot past the post, but that's just the way I see it. Giovanni Savarese was a legend for Metro Stars. I know. And that's why he coached the Cosmos like he is a New York legend. I agree. But he also played for the Revs. I mean, those are 2 places he's used to. Trinidad scored. Oh, Lord. Corner. Oh, boy. Football's a weird sport. Telfer with a corner. Ryan Telfer to take the corner. 54th minute. Cross in. Header. Shot. Tapped in. Goal. Goal. Trinidad and Tobago. It's a goal for the substitute, Rion Moore. He comes on early in the game and he puts one away. Big tap-in goal for Rion Moore. Dos a dos. 54th minute. Trinidad still has a shot. Oh, good tap in, and there's no VAR. Bad rebound given away by Hagen. Oh, Trinidad is the Appalachian State MLS, or not MLS, CONCACAF. I don't care. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it till I beat you over the head with it. Trinidad is the Appalachian State of CONCACAF. You cannot sleep on them. They will make you pay. Look what they did to the USA. Look what they did to El Salvador. Trinidad, they ain't easy. They ain't easy to beat for the big boys. They could always throw a wrench into somebody's plans. Did Kevin Molino get called up to Trinidad and Tobago? Let's see. I could have sworn he's not on the bench. No, but he's not on the bench. But I could have sworn. But if he was there, he'd be on the bench. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh. Playing forward, 2-2, dos a dos. They tied it up. Kevin Molino retired because he doesn't want to play under Angus. Oh, well, there you go. Well, there you go. Who will win? I say Guatemala probably will end up winning. Toronto FC is horrible. Yes, there's two parts of your question. I answered both. I think Guatemala will still end up winning this match. And yeah, Toronto FC is horrible. Wooden spoon. You don't just trip your way into the wooden spoon. You earn that thing. If you catch my drift. Tap in by Rion Moore. Horrible rebound given up by Hagen. Falls into Rion Moore's path and he tapped it in. That's how they equalized. But I still think Guatemala will end up winning. I do. If Trinidad ends up winning, I'm going to be like, damn. They deserve to be. Trinidad right now is in second in the group, though. Guatemala beats Panama. Guatemala will be top 2 in the final match day. Now, does that depend on Panama? Panama might be knocked out then. 8 points, 7 points. So it'd probably be Trinidad, Guatemala. So Guatemala has to beat Panama, but I don't think they will if they're playing like this. Well, I hate it for Tenaneta, but this might be the first big roadblock. But at least you're not as embarrassing as El Salvador. That was embarrassing. El Salvador's been embarrassing. Guatemala's just getting Appalachian stated. Football's a weird sport. Anybody can win any given day. Cross in. You did get Appalachian stated, though. It's not fun. Shot save. Appalachian. I don't care. Playing in, cross, falls down, header. El Salvador coach could get fired. I know Hugo Perez got fired. Is the other dude getting fired? He already got fired after the Trinidad game. He been fired. How's NYCFC? I heard they might miss the playoffs. Well, they don't want Cushing. He should go. So NYCFC is I think they're not going to make the playoffs either. I think both Red Bull and NYCFC are both going to miss the playoffs. So, no New York football this playoff season. Hate to see it. Is this Guatemala A team? Yeah, give or take, yeah. Maybe one or two here or there. But no, it's their A team. It's their A team. Liechtenstein got smashed by Bosnia, but I'm not surprised. Uh, 61st minute. Can make it because we got Chicago on decision day. Yeah, but y'all haven't been scoring goals. And I mean, Chicago sucks, but C team's impressive. Yeah, they are. It may not be a C team. It may not be a C team. I hate to say it. It may just be a B team. But you know what? I think that's the way Trinidad likes it. They like to be underrated. Cross. Telfer almost at the end of that. Man. I thought he had that. Wow. I thought Telfer was going to be at the end of that, man. I thought, damn. Yeah, that was Toronto Telfer. That was Toronto Telfer. Easy. Offside. Trinidad's playing good. They are. Red Bull's got Nashville on decision day. Yeah, Nashville's winning that match. I don't care if they're away or home, they'll win that. Yeah, that game sucked, Adam. And the fact I couldn't find it for like almost the whole first half is exactly what or I should have brought up my Fire Stick, but yeah, when I got the Fire Stick, it was about that quick. But you know, who do you think would win the Trinidadian League? I mean, to me, Defense Force, I think, is I would say Defense Force. I think Defense Force is the best Trinidadian team right now, club-wise. Throw in 64th minute, Defense Force, yeah. 64th minute. Oh! I mean, yeah, what a save. This is war. Yeah, this is a fight. Like, a draw for Trinidad would be really good. Boom. He's like, finds the ball, and he's just like, I'm going to gets this. This is a war, I agree. But I'd rather this be a war than whatever a scoring war. I mean, the Cuba game wasn't bad either, but I guess unlike the Canadian game, I'd rather this be a war. At least this one was worth it. 65th minute. 65th minute. Don't think we couldn't beat FC Cincinnati because we're definitely playing at Cincinnati. Netherlands may not qualify because they lost to France again at home. They did not have Frankie de Jong or Memphis. Well, I would be happy if Montreal missed the playoffs. I'd love it. I'd feel good. If Montreal misses the playoffs, I mean, I know Vancouver's already qualified, but hopefully Vancouver gets outed as quick as they can, and then of course. Players down. Guatemala Trinidad's always been a rivalry. I can see that. Yeah, for sure. I think if Red Bulls win the 8th, 9th seed playoff match, have to play Cincinnati best of 3, yes. The wild card winner would have to play the first seed in each conference. So the 8-9 winner, the wild card game winner, would play the first seed. So there's 7 straight to the playoffs and 8-9 play to play the first seed. So you would have to play Cincy. And then in the West, I think now that's Dallas and somebody else to play St. Louis. You should watch Trinidad versus Guatemala 2006 World Cup qualifier. That game was a battle. If I can find it on YouTube, maybe I will. 68th minute. Or maybe I'll remember that if there's another COVID-type lockdown and we do that as like a classic game. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Who knows? Even if we made the playoff, it'd be very hard for us to beat FC Cincinnati. See, I got the idea already. Because, I mean, let's be honest. At some point, they'll try again. It'll happen again. I wouldn't say, well, either way, try again, happen again. Either way. I can guarantee you that at some point we'll probably have another in our lifetimes. And I'd probably say sooner rather than later, have another lockdown situation like COVID. I'd say sooner rather than later, to be honest. So there you go. Just my guess, though. '70th minute. That was my bad. That was my bad. I reloaded it. This is the link. I'm back. Miami not going to win games against Charlotte because they're out of the playoffs. So what's the point in that? They still have to play it. Shot. Oh. There's no link. I'll look it up. I didn't think it sent. I think AI is very dangerous to our society. I disagree. I think the singularity is one of the best things that could happen. AGI, ASI, I think it's... I don't think AI is going to kill us all. I think AI, like AGI being found, is going to change the trajectory of our existences. Not that it's going to kill us, but it's actually going to help us. I think so. Guatemala header on the line, inches from going in over the bar, under 4.5. Well, I mean, if somebody wins, you're going to lose that. I wouldn't do that now. I would have went with the under before the game. Now, though, is machine learning real? Yeah, it is. It is. But, like, when it comes to everything, like, I believe that AI is a good thing. I think the singularity is a good thing. I think AGI is a good thing. Like, there's going to be a lot of things that happen through that. Life extension, easier work. There's just a lot of things that can happen through that. I do agree with that. I do agree with that. But AI will help with finding different proteins. They're already protein folding. Different genes. The longevity industry will be really buoyed by AI. So that's my thought process. Like, why would the AI industry buoy longevity if it wanted to kill us all? And no, Cantona was right. Cantona's speech meant something. And it's the first time I ever heard about longevity escape velocity, to be completely honest. Eric Cantona is the reason. I think he knew what he was talking about. I mean, he's not Aubrey de Grey or Dr. David Sinclair, but he knows what he's talking about. Turns out, yeah, he was the reason why I know about longevity escape velocity. It's freaking Eric Cantona. Who would have thought? 73rd minute. Bull one, but the USA will collapse in the 21st century. Yeah, I could see it. 73rd minute. I could see it. Oh, come on. Huh. No. There's no VAR in this tournament. No. Well, I guarantee you they'll probably do it for the quarterfinals, which... that's just stupid. Like, to me, like, you either use VAR the whole time or you don't use it, you know? I don't think there should be VAR at all. I don't think there should be VAR at all if you're not going to use it in the group stage. I guarantee you when they actually play games where teams can have the VAR booth, like they'll use it in the quarterfinals. Just wait. And the Nations League finals and semifinals. But then why is it not used for the no penalty for Trinidad? Nah, that should be a penalty. It's been a good day. Watch the Canada game. Ended up watching at least the end of the first half and the second half. They lost, but I had fun watching it. And then I pretty much just chilled because, there you go. But, yeah, it's been a good day. It's in Trinidad, yes. Hazley Crawford Stadium. I think that's how it's said. Yeah, they got humiliated. Claude Giroux? Well, who's he play for now? Ottawa, I guess. There we go. Claude Giroux. The Ottawa Senators, yep. Offside. Kromashki. I think Kromashki is honestly the better player of the two. I think Campana, he's a good striker. I don't think he overall he's a good player. He's a good striker, but I don't think his level is as high as Kromashki. I think Kromashki's already a great player, and he's only 18. He's a youngin'. Like, he's going to get better. Like, he will definitely be world class at some point. Like, who's to say? I mean, Kromashki has a higher ceiling, and he's already a great player. And he's playing with Messi. Like, he's gonna be world class. So if I was Argentina, I'd cap time right now. Or the USA. I guess either or. I would cap time right now. The first chance you get. Copa America, if you're Argentina or the USA, you call them up. Nations League final for the USA. I mean, you got to call them up. You got to cap tie him. To be honest, you have to cap tie him. Because the team who does cap tie him, caps Kromashki, is going to be a very lucky team in international football. I wouldn't say very lucky, but in a very good position. I mean, Argentina will always be in a good position, but if you get another good player that can replace Messi when Messi retires, who played with Messi, that's a good thing. If you're the USA, you got a player that could play instead of Tyler Adams or play instead of Musa. Because, I mean, Tyler Adams is starting to get a bit, what's the word? Like, push Musa back, push Musa back, have Musa McKennie, and then Kromashki. Because injury prone. Tyler Adams is starting to get a bit injury prone, and he didn't really play well at Leeds either. I mean, the USA. Or do you play him on the wing? But then you have Gio Reyna. You could... But then I think Kromashki's a better player than Gio Reyna. Not Gio Reyna. Or Gio Reyna. Gio Reyna. I took the N and put it in Gino instead of Reyna. Yeah, I agree. He should have retired 4 years ago. But actually, Berhalter probably would love having Kromashki as the 10 because he wouldn't have to play Gio Reyna. He doesn't really even want to bring him back. He just has to. So honestly, if I'm the U.S., I'd probably cap tie Kromashki. I'm probably the one who's chomping at the bit to do it. Because Baguette's coming on for Trinidad for goalkeeping. Honestly, if I'm the USA, I would cap tie Kromashki because if I was Berhalter and I don't like Gio Reyna, I'd be like, hey, let's do it. Telford coming off. 79th minute. Interesting. Cost of the game for you guys against Red Bulls. Yeah, he did. Like, he was just standing there when Omir Fernandez was on the ball. I'm like, ball crossed in. He was just standing there. He was just standing there. He didn't even put his leg out. I'm like, why is he playing center back then? Like, you could pull up your leg. You may not be able to run. You could pull up your leg. Telfer for James. Maquette for Angeron. Oh, interesting. Pull up your leg to block the ball. Greg Berhalter, Canada would get slapped 3-0 by the USA. They'd play dirty in the US role play like Red Bull Leipzig against Union Berlin. Probably. Probably you're right. 10 minutes to go. Yep. I'm not even going to 80th minute. '80th minute. $10 minutes to go. I mean, they need to bounce back. Will they? I mean, they won't finish bottom. They won't finish dead last, I can tell you that much. Cross in. Header. Shot, save, handball, free kick. They won't, I don't know how much they'll bounce back. I don't know, man. I'm not sure. But they won't finish last because freaking Colorado wants Jack Wilshere and freaking Charlotte wants Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Like, that's at least third worst. Like, John Herdman's still a better manager than Ollie and freaking Wilshere. You know, and Herdman will get enough out of these players. We'll just be like third worst instead of worst. I'll take it after this bullshit. Hey, when you hit rock bottom, all you can do is go up. And yeah, that was a rock bottom SpongeBob reference because, you know, the ticket officer, the ticket guy, or whatever that was, just blue raspberries and SpongeBob. Rock bottom. The glove balloons were lights. Absolutely classless fans show no mercy after hurling popcorn at Neymar. Junior Brazil fans are not happy as they drop points against Venezuela at home. Popcorn, though. Popcorn. Like, you shouldn't have anything thrown at you. I will admit that. Players should not have anything thrown at them. But popcorn, though, you're acting like you got hit with a beer bottle. Like, if it's a unpopped bag of popcorn, yeah, that'll probably hurt a bit. I understand that. If it's a popped bag, really? Worst you can do is a kernel flies out and you choke on it. Well, I guess, okay. Actually, you know what? Maybe I see why it's a bad thing to throw a popcorn bag at somebody. I just realized you could choke on a kernel if it flies in your mouth as you're talking. But, I mean, it's a football game. I'm sure somebody's around Neymar that knows the Heimlich maneuver. I'm sure somebody does. I'd be worried if a training staff doesn't know the Heimlich maneuver. Because aren't they supposed to be physios? Like, don't they teach every doctor the Heimlich maneuver? Or anybody in a position of power at a game, at a sports team to do the Heimlich? I would think so. At least that's what I would do if I was a manager. I'd be like, yeah, if you don't know the Heimlich, you should learn it. Oh, of course they would have a good performance against Canada, and by the time we play them, Carlo Ancelotti will be their manager. If we do play them. Lord have mercy on our souls. A kernel in the mouth is a 1 in 1,000 incident. That is true. But it can happen. It only takes one. And it goes down the wrong way. What do you think about DC United fans thinking if they prefer if Rooney stay for DC and Casper also get fired or leave DC United? They need to freaking clean out the front office. That's an agreed. But Wayne Rooney's not even that good of a manager. Like, for me, Wayne Rooney, he's not good. The man is what he is. And honestly, DC are probably better off not having him. Well, I don't know about that. But, like, they could find somebody, but the front office, unless they clean it out, ain't going to freaking pay money. They could have kept Hernan Lozada anyway. I mean, they're really quick on the trigger. But Birmingham City made a horrible mistake hiring Wayne Rooney. They are not getting promoted with him. They were what? Top of the championship? Like second place with their last manager, and they still sacked him for Wayne Rooney because he came available? Yeah, that's a bad idea. Yeah, didn't the man get Derby County relegated? Yeah, speaking of that, let's not forget about that. Man got Derby County relegated. Or at least when he got him relegated, then went straight to DC, yeah. And there you go. That's just horrible. Betancourt for Mendez. He's not a good coach. Like, he got freaking out-tacticked by Mikel Arteta. What does that tell you? So even if they did go to the Premier League, let's just say they get promoted, right? Let's just say Birmingham City get promoted. You're telling me that Wayne Rooney's getting out-tacticked by almost everybody in the Premier League week by week, and they go down like Luton. Or Derby. Speaking of Derby. I don't like that. Like, why would you? Because if you want to go to the Premier League and that's your big objective, right? And you're saying, we want to go to the Prem. How about you have a manager who actually could win in the Prem? Or at least arguably. Not a man who dropped Derby County down to League One and can't get to the playoffs in MLS and won the wooden spoon. Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, Nicaragua. I think Guatemala is better than Honduras right now. El Salvador's third. At least they're in League A for now. Guatemala, I think, is better than Honduras. I mean, I do not want... I'm going to be honest. I want Gio to coach Canada, not being Toronto's conference. So, like, yeah, I'm going to be a bit biased and say I should keep Troy Lesane. I wouldn't say they're a shit show, but they're definitely not better than Honduras or Guatemala. And I'd say El Salvador is slightly a better team, or at least maybe they'll be above. Yeah, Pluto's behind. 88th minute, Trinidad looking for the winner. Here's a free kick. Looking for what could be the winner and what could put them through to the quarters. Let's see. Here's the free kick for Trinidad. That is number 9. Shot, goal. What a shot. Nathaniel James. Goal, Trinidad. 3-2. Nathaniel James puts away a banger of a free kick that might just be the winner, that might just send Trinidad and Tobago to the quarterfinals of Nations League. Boom! Hagen not even moving. Wow. What a shot, Nathaniel James. Man, what a shot. That might just be the one. In the 89th minute, Nathaniel James might have just sent Trinidad to the Nations League quarters. Oh, I really miss those years, yeah. And 2020, to be completely honest. Hell, even 2018. So, where are we? Guatemala has 4 points. They have to play Panama and win by 3. Trinidad and Tobago is winning with 9 points. Martinique has 6 points. Guatemala plays Panama. Trinidad plays Curacao. You know what? Maybe I will. Maybe I will do the Mexico game because you know what? I think Panama ends up beating Guatemala, and I think Trinidad ends up beating Curacao, so it doesn't really change anything. Now, doesn't it? 10 minutes. Dwight York is crying tears of joy. And I don't think, if Guatemala can't beat Trinidad, I don't think they're beating Panama. 10 minutes of stoppage time. Wow. 10 minutes for Trinidad to, because, I mean, Martinique won't overturn the goal differential anyway. So, yeah, Trinidad should be going through with this result. I mean, let's be honest. The Panama-Guatemala game, do we do that or do we do Mexico-Germany? I've seen longer than 10. He is. 2 subs for Guatemala. What do you think? I mean, Panama-Guatemala is pretty much for second place, but Guatemala would have to win by 3. Even if they beat Panama, I don't see them winning by 3. Like, what do we think here? Because don't tell me Guatemala are coming back. Well, I don't think so. Like, what do we think? Like, what do we think, y'all? If they draw, that would give them, they just have to win. I've seen 12. This isn't uncommon. Let's not forget the World Cup went overboard all the time. Men's and women's. So, yeah, this ain't uncommon. Pierluigi Collina is smiling right now. 2 minutes in. Smiling right now. So, Saravia for Aparicio. Honestly, I say Charlotte in the East. I say Colorado in the West. Because if they go with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Colorado goes with Wilshere, yeah, they're going to be the 2 worst teams. Toronto will be probably in the bottom 3 of the East. Trinidad is just, wow. This team is, wow. Ireland are eliminated from the qualifiers. I don't think they can catch up. Yeah, I think you're right. Cross in. Header. Punched away. Hagen. Not Hagen, but a save from Trinidad. Wrong way. Big save. 93rd minute. I cannot believe this. Trinidad with 2 big wins. Actually, 3. But Curacao was like, that was kind of like the obvious one. Like, it was kind of like, hey, you know, they'll probably beat Curacao. They beat Curacao. They beat El Salvador. They're beating Guatemala. 3-2 once again for Trinidad. Shot. Block. Left out of rage from being down 2-0, but they came back. I can't believe it. Trinidad, they don't die. They play. They play hard. They are the freaking Appalachian state of CONCACAF, and they are minutes away from getting to the quarterfinals. To qualifying to the quarterfinals in Nations League. And they play Curacao again on the 17th. They should win that game. Which would give them 12 points. So that would mean Costa Rica versus Trinidad, Canada versus Jamaica as it stands. And I would say Panama. Panama, Mexico, Cuba, USA so far. That's what it looks like. Guatemala bottled it. Yep, they did. They did bottle it. 6 minutes to go. That's out for a goal kick. Proud of this team. However, I hope we stay humble and thank the Lord. As you should. I don't disagree. You should thank the Lord. Mm-hmm. The Lord blessed you with this day. Also blessed you with El Salvador Day. And you always got to give the praise and glory to the Lord. Got to give the praise and glory to the Lord. Every day you have a chance. Every day you have a chance to wake up is a good day. Praise the Lord for that. Anytime you do a great thing, the Lord have you here. The Lord has you here to do that great thing. Praise the Lord. Think Miami's going to dominate next year if Messi stays healthy for the whole season? Yes. Yes. And they won't play through international breaks because they aren't going to play through international breaks with Messi in the league for a full season. Now they know he's in the league. It was always sort of like it's probably going to happen, but we don't know. Now they know. They won't play through international breaks. Hell, Tata basically said as much. So I think we're pretty much sure that I think Miami will dominate next year. Miami's time. He's not eating cheeseburgers, or at least a lot of cheeseburgers, but sometimes you can eat cheeseburgers and be happy about it. Everything in moderation. Everything in moderation, my friend. Everything in moderation. Panama, Guatemala, Trinidad, Curacao, Martinique, El Salvador. We got another Martinique, El Salvador game to finish the group. It's in El Salvador, though. Getting a 3-point that doesn't matter, huh? Wait, Martinique beat El Salvador at the Gold Cup. They beat them twice in a row. The last couple of times they played each other. Oh, my God. Panama, El Salvador in the Gold Cup played Martinique. Martinique won. They beat them again today. 67th minute. Miami will flop. Saw it here first. Cross in. Header. Why not live at least for the Gold Cup one? Man, El Salvador's in trouble. Yeah, they ain't going to the World Cup. Not everything in moderation. Certainly not heroin. In general, though. In life, like, if you bet on things, if you're a gambler, you bet on things. You don't do it every day, but when you feel like you want to bet on something, you bet on something. You play poker, you don't do it every day. When you drink, you don't do it every day, or at least you shouldn't. But for me, it's just the thought of if I don't do something in moderation, if I do it more than moderation, like if I don't keep a head to it, like I'm not going to. I'm going to be in trouble. Like if I drank more than I only drink on New Year's Eve, Moscato. That's it. You know. That's it. Could have drank a couple of days ago. I didn't. Well, I guess I did have that sample of like that vodka-infused whipped cream, but it wasn't enough to get whatever. I did do that. But Trinidad are damn good. It wasn't enough to, I don't know, 14 grams of crack. I got roped into that one. Don't. But like when I was at that Narwhals with all the smoothies, I got a strawberry lemonade non-alcoholic smoothie. when I was at the whatever the hell the other bar was called. Just got a Coke. And ate fried pickles. Okay, yes I am. Okay, that I am. Blame my Nana. 3 cans. My Nana got me, see? But I'd rather be addicted to Coca-Cola than addicted to alcohol. It may fuck up your stomach, but it doesn't fuck up your liver. Coca-Cola may fuck up your stomach, but it doesn't fuck up your liver. And I've heard the liver means more to you than... The liver is more of a essential organ than your stomach. Like, your stomach can still work and take a beating. Your liver, though, not really. 100th minute. Your liver, though, well, your stomach can take more of a beating than your liver. That's my point. At least that's what I've heard. 100th minute. I'm not saying it screws up my stomach, but it can. 100th minute. Peru lost 4-1 against Japan back in June, but they're still better than Canada. Well, Canada, Peru, and Germany all lost to Japan with the same scoreline. 100 minutes. Call the game, ref. Throw in. I have a bad feeling they're going to let this run and you're going to get scored on. I've seen this before. I just don't know where. I used to drink a 6-pack of Coke, gained a lot of weight. There we go. Fair. Lamel. Fair. But what? I'm going to drink water and sweet tea all day if I didn't drink Coke? Again, blame my Nana. She drank more than me. At least for a while there. I think the older she got, the more she got cut down. But she drank more than me. I'm lucky I only drink 3 cans a day. Most of the time. Sometimes I drink a little bit more. Normally that's when I'm on the road. Or I'm not at my house. Because I also have tea and water. Blocked away. They bring up Hagen. Cleared. Full time. Trinidad win. 3-2. 3-2. Is it me or is CONCACAF just really crazy this fall? Is it just me or is some crazy shit happening? With that being said, 3-2, 3-2, Trinidad win. They're top in the group. They have 9 points, and I think they're through. To the quarter finals. I think they're through to the quarterfinals. Let's bring them up. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what old style grandparents did. They don't say advanced yet, but 7, 8, 9 with a goal differential. I mean, Martinique versus El Salvador. I don't know if that'll happen. Trinidad is all but through. Let's just put it like that. They're all but through. They're all but qualified. Bone chilling. Yeah, it was a bone-chilling game. It was crazy. Trinidad played this game like a final. They're on to the quarterfinals. USA, Germany at 2. Mexico versus Ghana at 8. So I'll be live for both, and I'll review the USA game. So in the end, I'm doing 2 streams anyway. Ain't that something? And then one on Sunday is Jamaica. I'm doing Jamaica versus Haiti on Sunday. Have Monday off. Tuesday, we do the final match. Actually, I don't know if I'm going to do Mexico versus Germany or if I'm going to do Nations League because I think Trinidad's all but through, if not through already. And it seems like Panama is going to be the one to go through, not Guatemala, because Guatemala still has to win by 3. Just to overturn the goal differential and to get second. So I think the way it comes down to it, USA 3-3. USA 3-3 draw. So I think, honestly, it would be smarter to do Mexico versus Germany on Tuesday. Because even though Nations League still, the group stage still isn't over yet, I think it's pretty much cut and dry what Group A will be. It'll be Trinidad beating Curacao, topping the group with 12 points. Panama either draws Guatemala or beats them. I don't think, and even if Guatemala wins, they're not winning by 3. So, or even if they win by 2, I don't know if they have the goals scored. So I think I'm just going to do Mexico versus Germany. I told you that depending on what happened, that would be the case. I would make my decision then, my full decision then. So it looks like we'll do Mexico versus Germany. So, because I honestly think that means more at this point. I think League A is pretty much, or Group A is pretty much decided. Group B is a little bit different. I don't think that's decided yet. Jamaica's through, but we'll see the other scores as we go. So, with that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribe. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you within the hour for the RSR this match. Congratulations, Trinidad, on making it to the quarters. If not by the numbers, you all but did. What a win. 3 wins on the bounce with a 4th game to go. Maybe they'll go undefeated and have to play Costa Rica, the best group winner versus the worst team ranked. We'll find out, though. But I'll see you within the hour. I'm Ryan, and I'm out. Peace. See you.